Don't want to be too serious. So, yeah. Okay. When you when you lead me, I will follow. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just waiting for my hello and welcome to this week and welcome to today's program. It's not going to be long. I just want to make it during the week as short as possible. And Carlova, hi, how are you? Welcome to the live podcast. We are now live. So those who have been watching the podcast know that you can make comments, you can contribute, you can like, share, and also subscribe if this is your first time. Yes, how are you today? Says Carl. I am very well, thank you. Bad soldier. Okay, you are from Iran. Right, welcome to the program. Right, so I've just come into the introduction of the program. So I welcome you all. My name is Ben Dover. Well, yeah, I can get your I can get your name properly. Yeah, all right. Um, However, I would like to introduce the program, and I pray that you all will get something out of it. And today the title is Disaster for Zelensky. Well, in this program, I'll be looking at what's next for Ukraine after the meeting with President Trump, right? And what is available to Ukraine. Okay. So let me just bless the program. Father, we thank you for everything. We thank you for being here today, for protecting us. And we pray that you will bless all those who come to view or to listen. And I pray that they will take something out of this program today. Father, bless all world leaders and protect those countries that are at war and protect the people of Israel, Pakistan, Palestine, Gaza, Ukraine, and all the other countries that are at war, Father Lord. We pray for protection and protect all the people who are calling upon you for support and help, and to keep them in good health. Heather Faulkner, how are you? Thank you. You said you're so beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. FF, I can't read your message, so if you can write it in English. For your information, if you are kind enough to give the country that you're from, I will greet your country, I greet your people in the country, greet your family, and say hello to everyone, right? And if you want to make comments to this program, could you please write it in English, because I can only speak English and understand English and my mother tongue language, which is Creole. And for your information, I am originally from Africa, in a small country called Sierra Leone, in the west coast of Africa. So have been I'm now residing in the United Kingdom, and I've been here for over 40 years, right? Okay, so I hope you get some information about me. You get my profile, right? So I would like to know you all. You can make comments and what you want to talk about, and we can chat about your concern. All right. Mainly, I talk about Christian values regarding humanity, love for everybody, love for people, love for yourself. So, and if also you want to, if you want to comment about religious issues, you can, because you are free to make comment, as long as you do not abuse anyone or abuse me on a line. All right. So I just want to say I love you all. So, right. I'm not quite sure how many people witnessed the meeting that was publicly displayed in front of our very own eyes. But I just want to remind everyone how this meeting went. So in that scenario, I would play this short clip so that you would be able to grasp what went on before I continue with the program. Okay?
This war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
maybe less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Again, just say thank you.
I said it a lot of times to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I wanted this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with
matter
me.
for you what
That wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question, Martin.
Right. Okay.
This war would have in 2 weeks.
Yes, I heard it from.
Right. Okay. So we've had the last.
Say thank you. I said
We've had the argument. Bamley said Bamley's Zelensky greatest. Okay, what's the reason for your comments? Right? You can explain why Zelensky is the greatest. Also, I want to highlight before I say anything that I wanted to say. I want to highlight that we can only discuss the topic on the program. We cannot discuss anything outside the topic because I would not have been prepared for that particular, because like yesterday, no, it wasn't yesterday, a couple of days ago, one of my viewers asked a question regarding Palestine and Israel. And she was asking which side I was on. Well, I explained to her that if you go back and watch the program, you will see what I explained to her, because I am here as an independent person. I'm not here to take side of any. I just watch. I'm an innocent bystander. I just watch and bring before you what I witnessed, and that is the reason why I go to the original source. I don't take it from a second-hand person. I go directly to the original source to bring it before you. Right. I am not in support of any side. I just want it everything. What I say is my opinion from my heart. Right. So we've seen the arguments and the back and forth with Zelensky and President Trump, right? Well, we know both of them were not originally politicians, but to be a politician, you have to be a politician, you have to have studied other politicians and see how they handle difficult situations. I am not a politician, but my father was a politician who stood the election. So I'm a politician's daughter, right? So I know all what goes on in the political arena, right? Okay. So President Trump is a businessman, and all his life he's been a businessman until late when he decided to stand for election, right? He must have seen that, oh, I don't like the way things are going in the United States or in the world, so I want to solve this problem, But not only not one person can solve world problem. Yeah, the world problems has to be a community, a community of people who will pull together to solve world problem, because world problem is so big, only God can solve it at once, right? Okay, so I've explained that President Trump was a businessman and not a politician. Likewise, President Zelensky was not a politician, he was a comedian, right? Okay, so he must have seen how things were going in Ukraine and decided to say, well, I must solve this problem. I must come in and solve this problem. Well, his people agreed with him. So he came into power, right? Okay. So we see President Trump. So according to their previous career, we see President Trump was trying to negotiate. He was trying to negotiate. But when we look at what President Zelensky was doing, President Zelensky was performing as he was on stage. So according to their previous career, we can now place them in this scenario, how they are performing, right? Okay, so it appears that because when you look at, because this is not a single clip, it's a clip. In this meeting has several clips from it, and what the media does, they pick points, the part which shows President Trump, and not the bad part that shows Zelensky, what Zelensky was doing. In my opinion, if you go to the bank to ask for a loan, you don't go start accusing the bank manager, or you don't go start explaining to the bank manager about something the bank manager already knows. You don't go quarreling with the bank manager. You don't go place any argument with the bank manager. You will go back home empty-handed. You will not be giving the loan. And this is what has happened to President Zelensky. President Zelensky thinks he is on stage, and he was now performing to his audience, which is the press and the world, right? All eyes were on them. So he's now on this larger performing stage. So he's now trying to show that, yes, I am stronger, I am my own man, and I'm the president of an independent country. Fine, we all agree with that. But President Trump wasn't saying anything different from what he was saying in his heart and thinking. Other than that, President Trump calmly sat down listening to him, right? Even at the point when he came to, he brought with him, because this, I think, is just and played out publicly, which I think should have been behind the scene. This should not have been in a public scenario, because what President Trump is all about, he's all about peace. So when you are trying to negotiate peace, you first of all need friendship, you need diplomacy, and you need civility, right? In this scenario, we see President Zelensky wasn't doing any of these, right? It doesn't come across as friendly. It didn't come across as wants to use diplomacy. Why I said this? Because he's come across as an antagonistic person. Because when you go to negotiate, you will sit down and listen, or after you've explained what you want, you can listen. But there was no need for him to explain anything, because everybody knows everything that was going on. He's trying now to say that President Putin attacked Ukraine, which we all know. Even President Trump knows that, and no denying of that fact. He was attacked. But you were not there to explain what the original cause. You were there to sign a peace deal regarding the mineral economic decision, which would enable America to support you, where Putin would never be able to attack you. That's number one, security. And after that phase, they will then move on to the peace deal, which is the second phase, right? But what President Zelensky did, he brought with him photographs in a public view showing pictures to President Trump. That, in fact, was an act of performance. So by him doing this, he is like portraying the other side that you want to make peace with. But if you want to make peace with people, you don't have to be aggressive, you don't have to be abusive, which in that case, while he was showing those photographs to President Trump, he constantly abused President Putin. He constantly abused him. So, how do you want this peace to go on? How do you want this peace to go on if you keep abusing the person you want to make peace with? I mean, take for example, if I have a quarrel with any of my, let me say, well, I'll just say my children, right? They did something to me that I didn't like. They did something to me that I didn't like as a mother, right? What somebody come in to in the middle, an innocent person comes to negotiate the peace between my daughter and myself. Now, and then I started, in the middle of that discussion, I started calling my daughter names. Wouldn't that be upsetting to my daughter? Would she wants to carry on with anything to do with me? No, because they say, oh, you have this thing in your heart for me. Then why do you want peace with me? Why do you want to talk to me? Why do you want me to be friendly with you when you are so antagonistic towards me? So this is what was portrayed in that peace talk. By the look of it, when I looked at this whole thing, it appears that Zelensky has no experience, right, with President Trump. He has this experience in front of the camera, in front of the press. He has been doing this thing for a very long time, so he knows how to play them out. Why is Zelensky? He thinks that he is doing a good thing, whilst constantly whilst constantly being in combat with President Trump. To me, it shows immaturity, right? It shows immaturity. Because we know President Trump is a seasoned politician now, because he's been in politics for over 8 years, even though there is one season that is not counted, it's not continuous, right? So he knows how to handle this press and in public view. Right? Because first of all, when you fight with this person who you want to support you, how do you want that person to support you again? I mean, there's no way, that person will, be willing, have a willing heart to do what he wants to do for you that you came to ask for, right? And the way I see Zelensky was behaving, it was like a spoiled child who, when they took their toys away from them, they put up tantrum, and that's not good. So if President Zelensky cared for his people, believe you me, when he got there, he could have sat down quietly. He should have taken example from other world leaders. Sat down quietly. Even if President Trump wants to say anything, just sit down and listen to him. When you leave that place, behind the scene, you can tell him off or tell what you want to say, when nobody, cameras are not there, the press are not there, and tell him what you want to say, because we know President Trump can come out to say, but President Trump never said anything while they were sitting there until he said, wait until he comes to your doorstep. Then President Trump answered and said, you don't know that. It is for them to know what is going to happen to them. So it was that point President Trump got agitated because of the comments Zelensky said. I don't know whether there was a language barrier which Zelensky did not understand what JD Vance was saying. But what JD Vance was saying was the truth. There was no abuse there. There was no disrespect there. He said the truth. He said the only way peace can be solved is through diplomacy, and that's what is necessary in war times. You don't have to pour fuel in the fire when it's already been going. You don't pour more fuel in it. You try to quell the fire so that it doesn't spark into a big fireball and catch everywhere. So if President Zelensky had been watching Prime Minister Netanyahu, Prime Minister Netanyahu swallowed a lot of things when he met with Biden. He swallowed, I'm sure he would have wanted to even slap Biden through all his nonsense that he was saying, but he held his peace because he knows what he wants from Biden. So he held his peace. Hello from Russia. Oh, Moscow, true. Hello from Russia. Brothers and sisters, hello, how are you? How are your people doing? I am so praying for you all because I just want this war to stop. The fighting is enough. The killing is enough. You know, it's too much. So I pray. Hello, Russia, how are you? I am for you too, right? Okay, I'm praying that God will make all this pain and suffering stop. Right. So now let me get on with what I was saying. So I was saying that if President Zelensky had been watching Netanyahu, Prime Minister Netanyahu, when he is in front of these people who he wants help from, he actually comport himself. I'm sure he would have been so angry at what they were saying to him, but he wanted something from them. So he kept quiet. Even when the last meeting that Netanyahu had with President Trump. When President Trump, I'm sure he never discussed Gaza with Prime Minister Netanyahu, but he just came out like that and said, I will turn Gaza into Riviera, and America is going to take over in Gaza. You can imagine what when you look at Netanyahu's face, you must have seen the surprise and shock in him. Many people said he has this wry smile. No, he was shocked because he never expected President Trump to come out and say that he is going to take over Gaza, right? Okay, so those are the things that President Zelensky should have watched and take examples from, because we all don't learn together. We learn slowly as we go along, right? And so when I'm sure when Prime Minister Netanyahu went home, he would have said, this guy, he's joking. You want to come and take over part of Israel first for US? It's not going to happen. But he did. He kept it in his heart. He never behaved in an unseemly manner as Zelensky did. You are having a peace talk. You have to be calm, cool, and collected. But he never showed that because he thinks the world is with him. No. Now, America, even though Europe has been supporting Ukraine, it didn't match the support that United States gave to Ukraine. And when you look at it, he was trying to blame President Trump as being on the side of Russia. I don't think President Trump is in the side of anyone. He wants peace because, for simple reason, it should have been Russia, Putin, that would be so upset with President Trump that he would not want to speak to him because he sees that President Trump wants to help Ukraine. So why now turn the table around and say that President Trump is for Putin? I'm sure President Trump is standing on a neutral ground. You don't, when you become a peacemaker, you don't take side. You have to be neutral. Whether you know the person is an evil person or the person is an angel, you don't want that to come into play in your negotiation. When you are doing negotiation, it's a friendly manner. It's a diplomatic way you do negotiation. You don't just show the person who is coming for help that I am for you always. You have to show the right path that you are working on. Okay? So, and also during that meeting, okay, President Zelensky was hell-bent, like the video I showed earlier on. It's like he was lecturing President Trump and J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance, as if they've never known or heard anything about Ukraine or Russia before, as if they are just new to this war that's been going on, which I think was wrong. You wanted something. Be quiet. Be quiet and let peace reign. Right? So, another thing that I saw that I'm not for Trump, neither for Zelensky. But where I see things go wrong, I point it out. You are coming, you had this invitation to come and discuss mineral for money, mineral for help, right? The deal, the economic deal. And you are coming to meet the present president. Why on earth would you meet with the Democrats, the Democrats congressive people, before going to see Trump, allowing them to feed him with foolish idea? And because of the utterance that was made on that day, on that hour, that President Trump wants to do business, is a businessman, is just spark trouble, disaster. Everybody knows that the Democrats are against and the Republicans. So you don't, when you're going to see the Republicans who are the present leading party in the government, you don't go to the opposition, discuss with the opposition first before you go to the present government who is trying to negotiate peace. They can sabotage it, and that's what they've done. They've sabotaged it, and you now left empty-handed, right? Right, now then watch what he did. That's Zelensky. I'm not for Trump, neither for Ukraine or Zelensky. I'm seeing as an ordinary bystander, watching what was going on, how it is playing out in this world field media, in a panoramic view of the whole world. This meeting played out. The exchange of words It baffled me. Both of you are president, but one president is in a higher position than the other president. One president has the upper hand than the other president. And the president who has the upper hand has the power to help you. Why exchange words with that president? Okay, with with your opposite number. Why? You don't do that. So, for argument's sake, let's say President Putin was watching what was going on. He should be the one that should be angry right now, not Zelensky. Because though he made the attack, he should be angry that I'm trying to make peace. You are cursing me. You are abusing me. Well, how do you want me to make peace? I'm sure both parties are tired of this war. Thousands and thousands of people have died, almost millions of people on both sides, which is so sad. Now, why was Zelensky there? He was there because of aid to help fund the war, right? To help fund the war, military aid. That's why he was there, right? Zelensky is in Europe, where all these European leaders, their countries, most of their countries are in dire straits, are bankrupt or whatever, or about to bankrupt. And you're feeding war with money. You're feeding the war with money instead of trying to make peace. So by you agreeing to give money to assist in the war, which means you don't want the war to end. You just want to sell weapons to kill people. That's so wrong. That's so wrong. Now, upon all the money that America sent to Ukraine, now Zelensky said he never received 100 billion. So where $100 billion? My God, saying that money, in fact, my mouth is too small to pronounce the $100 billion. Where did that money go? Zelensky said he cannot account for it because he never received it. Where, and now he's asking for more without any agreement. He doesn't want to sign an agreement, but he wants them to give him more aid. When Zelensky left, the very day he traveled to the United Kingdom, right? The very day he traveled to the United Kingdom. Okay. So United Kingdom has their own issue too. They have their own problems too. I'm not quite sure if we are attacked tomorrow or like yesterday, we'll be able to fight because of economic situation. Our Prime Minister has just announced that he will increase our military budget, security budget over a period of time. So where does he have any money to flourish the war in Ukraine? Now let's look at what happened. When Zelensky arrived, I don't have time to show video of Zelensky's visit to the United Kingdom because it appears that free speech has been lost somewhere along the line in the United Kingdom. So for simple and short safety for myself and my family, I'll just explain. When Zelensky arrived, the press were lined up along Downing Street. They were screaming and shouting if he would ever speak to President Trump again. Why brought that up? See the craziness of these press people now. And the prime minister made himself look foolish coming out. I don't think any prime minister have ever done that in Downing Street. Coming out of the front step of the Downing Street, walk a few yards from Downing Street, from his entrance, to go and hug Zelensky as if he's this child who has been abused. And so that child needs comfort. So let me comfort this child in the presence of the whole world. That's what the United Kingdom Prime Minister was doing. Okay? He did that performance. They're all actors in this world. They are all actors. All these politicians, they are actors. They come, they say something to us like, we'll do this, we'll do that, but they are just acting. They are just acting. Only God knows how we will live in this world when we only have actors in their career line. Okay, so now what we had after their meeting in Downing Street, Prime Minister Keir Starmer, his plan for peace for Ukraine. So he said he's going to boost the peace plan. And here are Prime Minister Keir Starmer's boosting plan. One is going to build up a coalition, those who want to join in from Europe, right? Then he said they're going to provide boots on the ground. Okay. Boots on the ground. How many reserve soldiers we have? Many of them had been killed during the Iraq War. Iraq War, the Afghanistan War, all these little wars that have been going on. Many of our people have been killed. And they are not attacking our country. And yet still, we are going to fight war. Why are we going to fight war when people are not attacking us? If they are attacking us, we can defend ourselves. But you join in with other parties, well, they call themselves NATO, okay, to go and fight this war. So now, boots on the ground, number two. This is Keir Starmer's 4-point plan. One, coalition with other European nations, right? Leaders. Two, boots on the ground. Three, planes on the air. How many planes have we got? Military planes have we got? Go provide planes on the air for Ukraine. Well, Ukraine want to hear all these things. I don't know if Keir Starmer was doing this because he wants to annoy President Trump, but no one beats America for military aid. Military aid. No country. That's why they call them superpower, right? And 4-point plan, 1.26 billion sterling to fund the military in Ukraine, to buy ammunition, planes, guns, drones, all these sort of fighting things. So that's our Prime Minister Keir Starmer's 4-point plan for Ukraine. So at the same time, because he has received all this foolish help from there and there, he has no intention. Zelensky has no intention of stopping this war. He recently wrote on social, Truth Social, that Peace is very far away. So if a leader who is fighting is saying peace is very far away, how do you think peace will come? I don't know. I don't know. So, well, President Trump has just announced that he has paused all aid to Ukraine. That's a disaster. That's a disaster. That is a disaster. Because without American support, that war will not go very far. That war will not go very far. I am so praying that there will be peace, that there will be peace talk, that Zelensky will come back to Trump so that there will be peace. Excuse me. So far as I've heard, he had phoned the Oval Office to arrange for him to come and sign the mineral economic deal. Whether President Trump will make a way, but President Trump did say when he's ready for peace, he's welcome. So I just hope that he will be ready for peace, because our Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said they can provide all these things for Ukraine, but without American input, it's not going to be good. So Zelensky need America. So you see, he can run around to every European country, but in the same time, he still needs America. So I hope President Zelensky get this. I hope he get this. So now another topic. If you've just joined me, I've just been talking about the troubles, the disaster with Zelensky and President Trump's disastrous meeting. And I've explained with my own opinion, according to what I have actually witnessed. When you go to the bank manager to ask for loan, you have to be calm and just wait until they've given you the money, then you can say anything you want to say at the back of the public. Because I remembered when I went to my bank to get a loan, a mortgage for my home. I was down to earth. I was questions that I was being asked, I calmly answered them. He asked some questions which I would have been angry. In my stomach, I'm saying, look, just give me this money, let me go. Just give me this money, let me go. In my heart, I was like, just give me this money, let me go, because I need that money to purchase my home. So had it been, I was angry when he was asking me all these questions, how much do I earn, all these sort of things, and all the rest of it, how much my husband brings home, and blah, 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 all those sort of things. Yeah? I didn't get angry because I hate people to poke their nose into my private life. But that's my bank manager. That's my bank manager that is going to give me money to buy my home. So if Zelensky can go back to President Trump, we would have a peace deal. And I just pray that he will be able to backtrack and forget about this world public press that just like to see fights going on. Some people don't like peace. A lot of people don't like peace. A lot of people want fights to go on and on and on. But there are people who are involved. And with all these people involved, it's death. So I am for peace. I'm not for war. So if you've just joined me, do please like, share, and comment. All right. Now I want to talk about something very different from what I was talking now. From one of the news channel, I heard that President Trump has given order and ISIS Somalia had been killed. The Somalian leader have been killed. Pete Hegseth explained that the order came from President Trump. So that's the first strike of command that President Trump has given while he's in office. So we know that he's a president of no nonsense. So if you have your criminal background or your terrorist background, you want to make trouble for other countries or trouble for a place where the interest of America lies, you are in big trouble with President Trump. Okay? So, on Israel, there is no new news. We just we just want the hostages back, and Prime Minister Netanyahu has said AIDS will stop. The last truck that went, the food is enough to feed the Gazan people for up to 6 months. So there and then, AIDS will stop going into Gaza. So this is all from the live for today. I thank you all for coming to listen, and I pray that you will view other areas in the channel. And also, I want to explain to you, I want you to know that I have another channel, which for you to visit that channel, which is Life is Important, Kate. If you key that in at YouTube search, you will find some other interesting topics which I've been dealing with, and you see more of the project that I've been doing. So do not forget to like, share, and if you're new, do please subscribe before you leave. All right? May God bless you and keep you. I love you all. So as I sign off, stay blessed till we see again. God bless you. Bye-bye.